Welcome to Hold Up Your Light. I am live right now on Instagram and Facebook. In case you don't know who I am Sharma Jarman. I am a media personality and owner of Strawberry Ray Entertainment, which is a production house. And Hold Up the Light is an initiative I came up with to represent the lives that are still here.
Welcome to Hold Up Your Light. I am live right now on Instagram and Facebook.
All right. Cool. So I wanted to burn the sage one. For those who don't know, sage is a very sacred herb. It's a very healing herb, especially with everything going on right now with coronavirus. Sage is an herb that cleanses and purifies your area. It purifies your atmosphere. It kills germs. It kills, bacteria in your house as well as in your physical body. So if you're feeling negative energy, if you're feeling sad, down, or even just sick, and you want to move and shift and change the vibration of your home, your office space, burn a little sage. Of course, if you can't burn something in your office, they do have a spray version where you can spray it. So this sage, again, is just to bring good energy, positivity to this live right now. So to anybody watching, I hope you're well. Be well. Burn a little sage for yourself. If you don't have any sage, it's all good. I got it for you. So again, welcome to Hold Up the Light. Hold Up the Light is all about life. Hold Up the Light is all about life. Growing up, I was born in Chicago, South Side, and I was raised in a Christian household. We went to church pretty much every day, about 6 days a week, if not more. And I was raised under the teachings of Dr. Reverend Clay Evans, who recently has passed on from us in this past November, right around Thanksgiving weekend. He passed away last year. And so I wanted to show a picture of him. Reverend Clay Evans, for those who don't know. Dr. Reverend Clay Evans. Hey, you guys. Hey, Omni. Hey, cousin. So this is Dr. Reverend Clay Evans, for those who don't know, who've never met him. And the purpose of me showing that is because through his teachings, he taught us to shine our light, share our light. Don't hold that in. This world is full of negativity, full of negative energy, full of negative news. And it takes people like us, the light bearers, the people that have spirit, positive spirit inside of them. It takes us to come together and to hold up our light in the midst of darkness. Somebody has to be that tunnel vision. Somebody has to be at the end of that tunnel to guide that person who is lost, to guide the person who doesn't know where to go. And this week was interesting because what made me start this Hold Up the Light for today, as you all know, if you don't know, I suffer from mental health, mental illness, and specifically anxiety and depression. And with coronavirus happening, seeing the number of deaths for African American people, it was very depressing. It was very hard to hear. And so Evolve is an initiative I created to help inspire, to help manifest, and to help show people that, hey, it's okay. It's all right. You may be depressed. You may be having negative thoughts. You may be having negative energy. But Evolve is a wellness pop-up specifically for people like me who may have not been taught that mental illness is something that is also can happen biologically. It's not just something that is made up or, oh, I had this moment, now I'm depressed. It's so many ways that depression and anxiety can occur, such as, for example, a coronavirus, a pandemic, when the world is shut down. Everyone is shut down. They can't go outside. They can't do anything. That will make anybody depressed after a few days, if not weeks. When you're used to being engaged with your coworkers or your family members to now completely being told, no, you have to stay in the house. You can't go outside. You have to wear a mask. You have to, sanitize your hands, which, by the way, you should be washing your hands anyway. But a lot of people lost their jobs. And a lot of people live paycheck to paycheck without savings put up. Not everybody can afford to save. Not everybody can afford to splurge. Some people don't have that ability. And so for them to be put in a state where everything is taken from them, that will put anybody into a traumatic state and a traumatic sense of shock. So this has caused a lot of anxiety for a lot of people. So much so that stories have come out of suicide, and if not suicide, murder. This week alone, we've seen the murder of two young men that did not ask. They did not ask for the tragedies that they suffered, the tragedies that they faced. And so it's very painful when we're already suffering this coronavirus pandemic. We're already suffering that. And then to later see that racism is still happening, police brutality is still happening, racist acts where young man was just trying to go for a simple run. He just wanted to get out the house, catch some air, catch his breath. Yet, instead of citizens seeing him as another citizen who, again, probably got caught up at home, maybe he felt depressed that day, and he knew that, hey, if I go on a run, I'll feel better. My day will feel better. I'll feel good on the inside if I do this run. And because someone who does not look like him, somebody who was not raised like him, couldn't see him for a human being, he's killed. He was murdered. Same thing for another young man who was in his car. He was in his car and police pulled him over for whatever reason. And because of that, we lost another life. The same way we've been seeing this story happen over and over and over again. Hey, big fella, I'm welcoming you all to hold up the light. So in honor of these young men, I have my candles here. And we're going to light candles for them first. And the reason I want to do that is because traditionally, when you step forth to give thanks, you always honor those who've come before you. You always honor those who come before you. You always honor those who come before you. You always honor those who come before you. So say that with me. You always honor those who come before you. Hey, Tamar. You always honor those that come before you. Always remember that. Before you ask for anything, before you request for anything, light is a source. Light is an energy. And you cannot expect positivity to come your way if you're not grateful. To be alive today, to still have breath in our body, that is a moment of gratefulness that we don't acknowledge often. We forget the ability to be alive. The ability to be alive. And so today, I want you guys to hold up your lights. Right now, I'm about to light this candle for Sean Reed. Sean Reed was one of the young black men who was murdered by police this week in Indianapolis. So first, we're going to light this candle for him. And we want to acknowledge him in his life. And although he's not with us, we still want to send his spirit on a beautiful journey of light, a beautiful journey of positivity. And regardless of what happened and how and why, we want him to know that his spirit is well, that he's not alone, that there's people in the world that care for him. So I want you guys to hold up your lights right now, whether it's your phone, candle, whatever you got. Hold it up, hold it up, hold it up, hold it up. And we're gonna put Mr. Sean Reed up in honor of his life. This light is for you, Sean Reed. And for those who are with me on Instagram, I am posting his picture on Facebook right now. So we're holding up a light for you, Sean Reed. You are not left in vain. You are not left in vain. Give it a few more seconds. Yes, a few more seconds. Hold up your lights. Hold them up. Hold up your light. 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 So this is for Sean Reed. Your spirit is well. We here on earth acknowledge your presence, that you were here. You were physically here with us. We are sorry that we live in a world. We are sorry that we live in a world that didn't see the value of your life while you were here. But while you're gone, brother, we know that you're looking over us and you're protecting us like you protected us while you were here as that soldier that you were. So this light is for you, Sean Reed. And I'm going to sit this here on the side of my computer. Now, this next light that I'm going to light, this next light is for Arbery, Ahmaud Arbery. Now, this one also hit me hard after seeing the video. I didn't want to watch it at first, but I watched it because I couldn't believe that even in the midst of a pandemic, we are still dealing with the craziness that is racism. The fact that racism is still alive and well to the level that somebody can literally be going for a run because they just wanted to get out the house. They were tired. They were tired of being in the house. And to see that this person was taken for simply wanting to be healthy and catch some air and go for a simple run, for him to be taken away from us, it's sad, and it gives me so much pain to know that citizens arrest still exist in this country. It's pretty clear that citizen arrest has not been healthy for Americans because a lot of Americans are not trained and properly understood at what a crime is. And again, with the pandemic happening right now, this is the wrong time for any citizen to be arresting anyone because nobody knows who's a criminal, because nobody even knows what's going on right now. The government is not talking to us. They're not making any sense. And law enforcement isn't even properly trained. They don't even know what to do. And because of that, it's caused confusion to the point where a young man has passed away, and not because of his wrongdoing, but because of the wrongdoing of our society. So this next light is for you, Ahmaud Arbery. If you're on Facebook right now, I have this picture up. Hey Jocelyn, hey DJ L. Please make sure you guys send me a picture of you all holding up your light. It doesn't have to be long. It could be a picture or a video. But this light represents your health. This light represents your wellness. This light represents Ahmaud Arbery. So Ahmaud Arbery and Sean Reed, we hold both lights up for you in your absence. And we thank you. We thank you for your energy with us and your presence on this earth. As I said, I'm asking anybody watching this, anybody who's on live with me right now, these stories affect our mental health. I'm a Black woman, And seeing these stories of Black men being murdered for simply being alive, for simply being themselves, is depressing. It's sad. It's scary. Because for a woman like me who hopes to have a family one day, who hopes to have children, Black children one day, that is a fear that I have to constantly face, that I live in a world that does not value my life, that does not value Black life. And it's scary to know, and it's depressing to know. And every day I hug my family and just say, thank you, God, that we are still here. And so I want you all to hold up your lights for you. And thank universe, thank God, whatever your religious preference, even if you're not religious, for positive mental health reasons, for the sake of our mental health, for the sake of our well-being. Let's show the world we are here. Let's show the world our lights. Hold up your lights. Send me a picture of you holding up your light. Hold up a fire emoji, whatever, a candle. I need you to send me your light. Show me your light. Because your light means you are here. You are alive. You are still well. And I know it's hard. Mental health is hard right now. Maintaining a positive state of mind is hard right now when you have a world that's not sending you positivity, that's not sending you positive news. To see the number of deaths for Black people due to Convoy 19 or the coronavirus, then to later see the next week deaths because of murders from the police or normal citizens in America. Black people are tired. We are mentally tired. And that's why I need y'all to hold up your light. And not just in this physical form. This is just a physical expression of light. This is a physical expression of light. But I need you to hold up your light here. So I want you to close your eyes. If you're watching right now, touch your heart. Touch your heart. And I need you to breathe. Breathe in. Let it out. And feel your heartbeat. That is your light. That is your life. Your life is still here. If this is still here, don't allow this to disappear too. Don't allow your mind to go. Sometimes we're still breathing, but our mind disappears. Our mind disappears because we're so lost. We're so disappointed. We're so afraid. Fear cannot conquer anything when you have love. And that's why you cannot let your heart harden. I know it's hard to be strong all the time and not to be mad and not to be frustrated at a world that does not respect us. But that does not mean that you become the darkness. It does not mean you become the darkness, people. Don't become the darkness, because guess what? If everybody becomes the darkness, there is no light left. And the world is just a big cold place of water, barely water. We barely have water anymore. And so because of this, I need you to honor yourselves, honor your bodies, eat well, eat healthy. Eat your fruits and vegetables. Drink your water. Take the time to breathe. And I can't even say go outside, because I'm sure just the thought of what happened to that brother makes you scared to go outside. You might be afraid to go outside. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Dan. You're so sweet. I just want to help you guys. I want you guys to be okay. I want you all to understand and know that you're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. And I know it hurts. I know it's painful. I know it's tough. It's tough to be positive. It's tough. Every day I have to meditate. You see these plants behind me? These plants here are all my prayers. And seeing them remind me of the life I live. So maybe you need something that allows your mind to visually see positivity. So get a plant. Just try it. For me, having a plant has shown me the ability that I have, the power that I have to grow something. When I first used to get plants, after about 2 or 3 months, they would die because I just wasn't paying attention to them. I wasn't watering them. I was neglecting them. But now I have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plants. And look how beautiful they are. And they're growing because I realize in order for me to grow, I have to be intentional. I have to walk into my own light, and I have to look at myself in the mirror, and I have to water myself. I have to feed myself well. I have to take time to pause and think and meditate and breathe. And I want you all to do the same. Don't get stuck here. Don't get stuck in this darkness. Hold up this light, you guys. Hold up your light. Whatever your light is, whether it's being a musician like me, or maybe you're a dancer, maybe you're an architect, maybe you're an engineer, maybe you're a school teacher, maybe you are a cashier at the grocery stores right now, you're an essential worker, you're a delivery driver, getting these, packages and food to different people. Hey, Kojo. And so whatever your task is in this world, that's your opportunity and your ability to give life, give light to a place that is dark. Because you're a delivery driver doesn't mean you can just drop off a package and leave. Maybe leave a smile if you happen to come across the customer that day. It's the smallest things, just saying, hi, how are you? And really listening to how the person is, or I'm glad to see you today. We're all walking around with masks on, making it even more hard to connect. Social distancing, 6 feet. We can't even connect right now. They're pushing us away from each other. They're telling us to, we're not even connected. They want you to be in the dark. This world wants you to not connect. They want you to not be of life to each other. They want you to, literally, I went to the grocery store and just the anxiety of people not wanting to touch each other because they're scared, because they don't know if this virus is on you or on the package in the store. And little do you know, that mask you're wearing is hurting your immune system more than me standing next to you. But they don't want to tell you all that. They just want you 6 feet. 6 feet. Stay at home. Stay at home. And then, to me personally, seeing that video of this young man, this young brother, who simply just wanted to go for a run. To me, it just makes me feel like they're showing these videos, they're showing these pictures to further scare us from connecting, to further scare us from taking care of our health. This young man was simply jogging. Why can't he simply enjoy his life and stay healthy and be outside? Why are they telling you all to stay inside? It's a reason for that. It's a reason for that. We gotta pray. And by pray, I'm not talking about, Jesus this and Jesus that, because sometimes people think prayer is religious. And it is. It's a practice. It's a form of spiritual practice. But you do not have to say it, I'm not going to say that because I don't want to disrespect anybody's religions. But what I will say is your words have power. The words that you say out loud have power. Does not matter what your religion is. Because if that's the case, there's so many religions out. And who's right? Who's wrong? If it was only about a name or a person. It's about the energy. Growing up, I was told, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Say Jesus after every prayer. Say Jesus after every name. And I know that's because the energy on that word. It's an energy on that word. It's a positive energy on that word. And so I'm here to tell you the same thing when it comes to love. The world is missing love. That's what Jesus represented, was love, the energy of love. The Word of God, the Bible, represented the energy of love. I took some time as a person who constantly is evolving, constantly in my own evolution. And I study multiple things, not because I'm religious or trying to attach to a religion, but I study multiple things because I am a human being experiencing a spiritual experience. And so there are messages that have been passed down, that have been shared to bring light to you, to bring positivity to you. And so a spiritual practice can simply be the food you eat, the type of breakfast you have in the morning. That's a spiritual practice, just sitting down and being mindful of your food and the desserts or fruits or vegetables that you eat. Taking the time to drink some water, nourishing, your body, giving your body what it needs. Taking the time to breathe. Thank you to everybody who's saying my skin looks beautiful. I appreciate that. I just put a little lipstick on. But even with that, maintaining beauty, right? Attractiveness. All of that comes from taking care of self, taking the time to pause and just breathe. That's what light is. Light is that. Taking the time to breathe, to pause and say, I need a breath. I need to take a pause off social media and turn it off. Sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you have to turn it off. Sometimes you have to turn it off. How many times I gotta say that? Sometimes you have to turn it off. So for these young brothers we lost, your lives were not in vain. Your spirits were not in vain. And we are grateful that, unfortunately, in a world that left some darkness, you all still brought light. So I'm holding up these lights. Shine Reed, Maud Arbery. These lights are for you. And for all of those people, all of those families who have lost a loved one in the midst of this pandemic, whether it's because of your health reasons or whether it was because of a horrible act of murder, I send this light to you. I send this positivity to you because you are worth it. You are worth your light. You are worth your life. Don't allow this to mentally take you. Don't allow this to take your mind. Don't allow it. You're so much stronger. You're so much bigger. So stay strong. Be well. Be happy. Don't feel guilt. I know so many people that feel guilt for being alive right now because so much is happening. But guess what? The fact that the universe has you here is a reason. It's a reason. Don't stop now. Don't allow mental illness to stop you. Don't allow oppression. Don't allow anxiety or depression. Don't allow any of it. Trust me, I know. I deal with depression and anxiety. I am literally clinically diagnosed with depression and anxiety. So I know how you feel. I know. It's so hard. Going to the grocery store, I literally had to hurry up and go back home because I was so uncomfortable and anxious because now it's a law that you have to wear a mask. It's a law. You can't even go into the store if you don't have a mask on. So I say all that to say that I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for yours if you're watching. I cannot control what the world does, but I can control me. And I'm going to keep holding my light. I'm going to keep holding my flame. And I'm not going to let anybody stop me. And I'm not going to allow this to affect our mental health or mine or yours. I'm going to keep spreading positivity. I'm going to keep spreading love because you deserve it. You all deserve it. And so here's a little sage again. I'm going to close us out. This sage is for you. Giving you positive love and light. Wishing you happiness, wishing you wellness, wishing you love, wishing you abundance, wishing you peace, wishing you joy, wishing you comfort, wishing you rest. For those who have not rested, stillness to the mind. For those who have not been sleeping due to the anxiety and fear that's happening right now, I'm wishing you peace, I'm wishing you calm, I'm wishing you joy. You deserve happiness, you deserve love, you deserve light, and you deserve the power of choice. And so I'm asking that you don't get stuck in the darkness. If you have been stuck in the darkness, I'm hoping that this moment brings you positivity, love, and light. And I'm hoping that this will be the fire, this will be the flame that inspires you to get into your passions and to keep living life. It don't control you. It won't control you. Happy Mental Health Awareness Month. Stay positive. If you are interested in Evolve, my mental health wellness pop-up, you are welcome to join the group. And also, Hope for the Day this month specifically is the Wellness Foundation that specifically teaches and trains people in regards to suicide prevention. And I am an agent of impact. And my job and my task is to do things like this, is to share information with people who may not know what mental health is, mental illness is, and they're looking for help. They're looking for information. They're looking for resources. So if you are someone who has been feeling anxious, who's been feeling anxiety, go to my Evolve Wellness pop-up page. It is on Facebook. It is a group, facebook.com/groups/SRE Evolve, okay? Facebook.com/groups/SRE Evolve. Join now. It is no charge. Obviously, it's Facebook, so it's free. Join now. And again, Evolve and Hope for the Day is the foundation specifically that I am acknowledging for Mental Health Awareness Month. They consistently have been in the trenches, making sure that people have resources and information they need in order to prevent, suicide, as well as offer mental health information such as virtual counseling, clinics you can visit. Those are things that, even if it's not you, maybe you have a friend who's dealing with depression or suffering from mental illness. This will be the perfect moment for you to make sure they check that out. So thank you all for joining me. Be well, be healthy, drink your water, eat your fruits and veggies, and remember, hold up your light. All right? Charmin Jarman officially out. Thank you guys. Peace, love, and strawberries.